she was putting on lip gloss and putting on little spaghetti tops for these video calls, getting ready or whatever. What is good, Shanish? Welcome back to my channel. How's everybody doing? I know I haven't really been on YouTube for a while now. Please forgive me, okay? But I'm back now. Okay, story time. So let me explain. Let me give you the background of this whole story, right? So when I was in about Form 2, transitioning to Form 3, I was put in this group, yeah. And there were so many people in this group, and I remember I ignored it because I was just like, whatever. And then one day I was like, let me see what's up with this group. It's a WhatsApp group, by the way. I don't know if you remember, but that was the craze back in the day. Like, I was in like 16 groups at the time and everything. But anyway, so I obviously started participating in everything. And I met 3 people, 3 guys specifically. Let's call them Denzel, Plug, and Rose. So the person that we're really going to focus on is Rose, right? So I met Rose. And of course, I was really close to all 3 of them. Like, we talked a lot, To this day, Plug and Denzel are my homies. You guys are the ones, okay? But anyway, we started talking. I remember I started talking to Rose a bit later, okay? So, yeah. So I talked to Rose, we got closer. And of course, you know how, like, in Zim, I don't know, like, every end of or beginning of holidays, a lot of people just go to Sandevi's village and just chill, basically. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But I went to, when I was just chilling, and I got into a whole nother situation with Rose or whatever. But that's when I saw that he was actually my friend and he was down for me. So that's when we actually became like close and we started talking and stuff, right? Okay, cool. So now it's beginning of Form 3 and I'm going back to school because this was all during the holiday. And I'm going back to school. So I go back to school, obviously because it's beginning of term. There's this new girl, let's call her Fiona. So I was like, okay, Fiona, like, what's up, what's Gucci, what's handy, like, how are you? Obviously, like, everybody liked Fiona. Every guy wanted Fiona because she was pretty and she had a whole, if you know what I mean. So I started talking to Fiona, and I guess we got a bit close, like we were talking stuff, and we got so close to the stage where I told her one day, like, about my friends. I was like, yeah, Plug, Denzel, and Rose, but I talk to Rose the most, blah, 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 that type of thing. But now, I was beginning to realize that I was kind of feeling Rose. You know what I mean? I was feeling him, So obviously I was still in denial, so I didn't admit it to myself and I didn't admit it to anyone else. And then one day, Fiona comes to me, she's like, hey, like, what's Rose's Instagram? So I tell her, I'm like, it's blah, 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 right? And she goes and she looks for him. So I think, as my friend, she's just gonna go look for him or whatever. So the next day, I'm like, you know what, Fiona, I need to tell you, I think I'm feeling Rose like that. Like, I'm feeling him. Right? And she was like, oh, okay, like, that's so cute, like, how could you not, he's so cute, blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. So now every day I would talk to Rose, like, we'd talk on the phone and we're close or whatever, and I was getting like the same vibes back from him. So like, we would talk and stuff, right? And I would go and I would tell Fiona, till one day Fiona comes to me, she's like, guess who video called me? And I was like, who? And she was like, Rose. And I was like, Rose? Why would Rose video call you? And she's like, no, like, it was just out of the blue. I think he made a mistake or whatever. And I was like, that's a lie. You know when someone's lying and you're like, you know what, I can tell that's a lie, but I'm just gonna keep quiet. Yeah, that was me. I was like, stop lying. But anyway, that's what she said. So her and Rose were getting real close, video calling every day. She was putting on lip gloss and putting on little spaghetti tops for these video calls, getting ready or whatever, right? And I was just there like, okay, cool, like, do your thing. Even though I had told her that I was, feeling the boy, right? So I was just like, you know what, cool, do what you want to do. I was hurt, of course, and I got to a stage where I did tell her, I was like, yo, how come you're doing this to me? And she's like, no, like, it's nothing deep, like, it's not even anything like that. We're just friends, like, can't I just be friends with him? And I was like, okay, fine, cool, you be friends with him. So at this point, I'm talking to Rose, but Rose doesn't know this drama that's happening at school because of him. So we're talking whatever, and I keep asking him, like, hey, yo, so how's, I was about to say her name, how's Fiona, like, are you guys talking, blah blah blah? And he'd be like, hey, yeah, we're talking, she's okay, she's good, whatever, she's just a friend. Like, that's the vibe that he was giving towards me. So I was like, okay, cool. But I would be getting a different vibe from Fiona every day. So eventually I got to the stage where I was like, you know what, let's just talk about this. So I talked to Rose and I was like, what's actually going on? Because I feel like she's stealing you from me. Obviously, Rose doesn't know that I'm feeling him like that. So I made it seem like she's stealing my best friend from me. That's how I made it come across to him. And he was like, no, she's not, like, it's not even that deep. I don't even like her. She's a bit annoying. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to have anything to do with this. Y'all want to talk. Don't include me in this. I stepped out of the equation because clearly love was living there, right? So I was just like, you know what? Do what you want to do. Obviously now, it caused a bit of conflict between what's her name, between Fiona and I, because I was like, but you're my friend though, like, why would you do that to me? Honestly, like, why would you actually do that to me? Why
Why? Why?
why would you? I guess we kind of stopped talking for a while, and then one day I see that they went out together, and I was like, oh, just friends, honey. Okay. So I said, I talked to Fiona, I was like, I thought y'all said y'all were just friends, but you're going to village all alone, just the two of you. Like, what will y'all be talking about? What will you guys be doing? And obviously, like, she was just kind of, I think she just stopped caring. She's like, yeah, we're just friends, whatever. So I just left her because I was like, you know what, cool. At this stage, I'd blocked Rose on all social medias because I was like, I don't need this. I'm being hurt right now and I don't want to be hurt. So I blocked him, right? And cool. Then one day, I get this notification on my phone. It says Rose's birthday. So I was like, oh, snap. Okay, so I was like, okay, because I'm still your friend. I don't have any hard feelings. I sent him a message. I was like, hey, yo, no hard feelings. Hope you have a good day. Blah, blah, blah. I sent him this message or whatever. And he's like, why are you being so distant? Why did you block me? He's trying to make me seem like I'm the bad person. Excuse me. Why did you block me? You could have had something special, you know. You and me can die, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, but you were talking to Fiona, and I made it clear to both of you that I wasn't comfortable with it, but you kept doing it. So please leave me alone. I'm out of the equation because once again, love lives here. You know, that type of thing. So I was just like, you know what, whatever. And I stopped talking to Rose because I just felt like I was being disrespected. Obviously now I had beef with Fiona, because I was like, yo, bro, like, what are you doing? So I talked to her and she was like, yeah, but can't you just be happy for me? Because, you know, this relationship that we're in, I really like him, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, who do you think you are? You what? You're in a what? With who? So I was just like, you know what? I let it go because I was like, you know, it's cool. Girl, I'm going to be happy for you. Even though it hurts me, I'm going to be happy for you. Right? And yeah, I still don't really talk to Rose. I mean, like, he follows me, I follow him, but we don't really talk on that level anymore, just because I felt like things would never be the same again. I was just there like, okay, cool, like, that's fine, no stress or whatever. And yeah, that's basically the story. Fiona, even though I talked to her, went and did it to me 2 more times. I don't know why I kept telling her who I was feeling, who I liked, but she went and did it to me 2 more times. And I just have nothing to say about that. I think if you go to my school, you know who Fiona is. Let me say this now, no bad blood. Like, she's such a sweet person, honestly, and I like her, you know, she's good vibes or whatever. No hard feelings. I just thought, you know, this would be an interesting story time for YouTube. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can become part of the Snack Nation, cause Takapinga, you know we're lit, and I'll see you in my next video. Honestly, like, what are you doing if you haven't subscribed?